Ladies and gentlemen, football fans across the globe, this is not a drill, this is not speculation, this is breaking news. Shedeur Sanders, the son of the legendary Deion "Primetime" Sanders, has officially been drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in the second round of the 2025 NFL Draft. That's right, the most talked about quarterback prospect outside of Caleb Williams and Drake May is heading to one of the most iconic franchises in all of sports. Let that sink in for a moment. Sanders is now wearing the star on his helmet. The NFL just got a whole lot more exciting, and the Cowboys just shook the foundation of their future quarterback plans in one bold move. Now we have to talk about what this really means, not just for Shedeur, not just for the Cowboys, but for the entire NFL landscape. Let's back up for a moment. Shedeur Sanders has had one of the most intriguing and publicized college careers we've seen in recent memory, not just because of his father's legacy, but because of how he's made his own name, how he's handled the pressure, and how he's played under the brightest lights in college football. Starting off at Jackson State, under his father's leadership, Shedeur quickly proved that he was more than just Deion's son. He was a precision passer, a field general, and a calm, confident leader. He racked up stats, broke records, and won awards, but it wasn't until the family made the leap to Colorado that the world really started to pay attention. At Colorado, he stepped into a program that hadn't sniffed national relevance in years and instantly brought energy, swagger, and results. His debut performance against TCU, thrown into a top 25 showdown, under national spotlight, cameras everywhere. What does he do? Throws for over 500 yards and 4 touchdowns with no picks. That wasn't just a statement, it was a mission launch. He wasn't just showing up, he was arriving. Throughout the season, despite a shaky offensive line and a defense that couldn't stop a nosebleed, Shedeur put up strong numbers, over 3,400 yards, 31 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, and completed nearly 70% of his passes. That's not just productive, that's efficient. That's NFL-ready quarterback play. Now, as we move into the 2025 draft, analysts across the country had different takes on where Shedeur would land. Some had him late first round, others early second, and a few bold ones had him as a top 15 sleeper. But no one expected the Dallas Cowboys to be the team that pulled the trigger in round 2. And yet, here we are. Jerry Jones once again proving that he's not afraid to make waves. In one stroke, he's taken the franchise's quarterback situation and thrown it into complete, electrifying uncertainty. Let's talk about what that means for Dak Prescott. Dak has been the face of the Cowboys since 2016. He's led them through ups and downs, multiple playoff berths, big-time contracts, and endless media scrutiny. But for all his accomplishments, he's yet to take Dallas to the NFC Championship game, let alone the Super Bowl. And in a league where "what have you done for me lately" is the name of the game, patience runs thin. The Cowboys already didn't extend Dak this offseason, which raised eyebrows, and now with Shedeur in the building, the writing might be on the wall. Let's be clear, Shedeur Sanders is not being drafted to just hold a clipboard. This is not a develop him for 3 years kind of move. Shedeur is smart, media savvy, poised, and comes from a football family. He's used to the spotlight. He's been in high-pressure environments since day one. And now, he's walking into AT&T Stadium, a palace built for big personalities and bold ambitions. Don't be surprised if we see a true quarterback competition emerge in training camp. Dak Prescott is the incumbent, yes, but Jerry Jones isn't paying him long-term right now. That leash just got a whole lot shorter. The moment Dak throws 2 picks in a prime-time game and the Cowboys fall to 2-2, the calls for Shedeur will be deafening. Cowboys fans are already buzzing online. Social media is on fire. You've got people posting videos in Sanders jerseys, Shedeur season trending, and prime-time himself Deion already taking victory laps, talking about how this is God's plan. And you know what? You can't blame him. This is huge for the Sanders family. Shedeur going to the NFL is one thing. Going to the Dallas Cowboys? That's another level. The media presence, the TV contracts, the sponsorships, the national games. Dallas is the NFL's biggest stage. And now Shedeur's stepping onto it. But let's also not forget the football side of this. Shedeur fits incredibly well with what Dallas is trying to build offensively. Mike McCarthy has been trying to transition this team into a more quick-release, West Coast-style passing attack. Shedeur's strengths align perfectly with that. He's great at pre-snap reads. He processes fast. He gets the ball out on time. He's not looking to run unless he has to. He's not a run-first QB. He's a pass-first technician. He studies film like a veteran, and he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. That alone makes him a rare commodity in today's NFL. Think about this, a quarterback who can extend plays without relying on his legs, who throws with anticipation, and who brings leadership that's already media-trained and brand-ready. That's gold. And for the Cowboys, who have been desperate to find that post-Tony Romo magic again, this might be it. There's also the branding angle. You better believe that Jerry Jones is licking his chops right now. Having Shedeur Sanders on the roster instantly attracts attention, sells jerseys, brings in new fans, and don't even get me started on prime time potentially being in the suite, on the sidelines, maybe even involved in the Cowboys culture in some kind of informal way. This is a marketing dream. Now, some people are asking the right question: why did Shedeur fall to the second round? Honestly, it's probably a combination of things. The quarterback class this year was loaded at the top, and some teams were scared off by the Colorado collapse in the second half of the season. They saw sacks, they saw losses, they saw some inconsistencies. But let's be real, most of those issues were on the offensive line and the defense. Shedeur was running for his life in some of those games. And yet he still performed. He still kept fighting. That kind of resilience is what the NFL respects. And guess what? He's got a better line in Dallas. He's got CeeDee Lamb. He's got Tony Pollard or whoever is in the backfield. He's walking into a much better situation than he had at Colorado. So, in a way, this might be a blessing in disguise. He's going to a team with a solid foundation, a proven coaching staff, and weapons all over the field. And let's not ignore the broader implications here. The NFC East just got more interesting. Think about it: Jalen Hurts in Philly, Daniel Jones trying to bounce back in New York, Washington possibly rebuilding with a rookie QB, and now Shedeur Sanders waiting in the wings in Dallas? That's must-watch television every week. This could redefine the division for years to come. If Shedeur plays even close to the level he's capable of, we could be seeing the beginning of the next great Cowboys era. It's early, yes, but you can feel the energy shifting already. Shedeur Sanders in a Cowboys jersey? That's culture shifting. That's legacy defining. That's football history in the making. And we're just at the beginning. So, what happens next? Training camp will be fascinating. The media coverage is going to be intense. Every throw Shedeur makes in practice will be dissected. Every press conference from Doc will be analyzed. The locker room dynamics will be watched like a soap opera. But if Shedeur comes in, keeps his head down, works hard, and lets his game do the talking, he could take over this team sooner than anyone expected. And then, the sky's the limit. We're talking about a potential face of the franchise moment, happening in real time. This is not just a draft pick. This is a message. From Jerry Jones, from the Cowboys organization, from the football gods, if you will. The league better be ready. Because Shedeur Sanders is coming. And he's not coming to sit quietly on the bench.